All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome to another Injustice video. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about a story that's been making the rounds recently that a lot of people have asked to cover. What my opinion is on this. Do I think this is true? Do I think this is going to happen? Which is a prominent multiverses leaker hinting at the fact that the next NetherRealm game is going to be Injustice 3. So if you guys want to see Injustice 3, leave a thumbs up on the video. All right, so this to me is to me personally, it's a nothing burger. I'm not really looking at this as like a air quote leak or a hint. You know, maybe this person is doing it. But it doesn't move my needle as far as like, oh, this thing might move my needle with me thinking that there might be more of a chance of an Injustice 3 happening. That's just me personally, but let me tell you guys what the whole situation is. So a multiverses leaker came out on Twitter and posted a little paragraph, a couple sentences, where she emphasized the word injustice 3 times, and then she replied to her own comment with the number 3. So because she does have credibility in the multiverses world, a lot of people are taking this more seriously with, thinking that it might have some legs. It might have some potential because this person is a credible leaker in the multiverses world. To me personally, it doesn't move my needle. I've told you guys in the past, I think that the next game is going to be a Mortal Kombat game, because we literally got it from the CEO's mouth that Mortal Kombat is one of the franchises that Warner Brothers is focusing on. But I kind of want to take this, sort of story to more so talk about what I would change from Injustice 2 to Injustice 3, because I've told you guys before, I'm not going to change my stance on it. I still think that the next game is going to be a Mortal Kombat game. I explained why, but pretty much the biggest reason is literally the CEO of Warner Brothers said that the gaming division isn't doing that good or isn't doing good at all. So that's why they cut like the Wonder Woman game. They cut some studios. It really sucks for them. But that's why they're focusing on four core franchises, which is Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, DC, but more specifically Batman, and Mortal Kombat. So there you go. That's my reasoning. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys are going to be talking about franchise fatigue. I totally get it. I totally get the franchise fatigue. We've had 2 Mortal Kombat games in a row. If we get a third one, it's like, oh, a third Mortal Kombat game in a row. We haven't had Injustice in 8 years. We haven't had an Injustice game in 8 years. I totally understand that. So I know where you guys are coming from for that. But, another reason, just quickly, Warner Brothers, they desperately need money and they desperately need successful games. And if you compare the Injustice franchise to the Mortal Kombat franchise, since NetherRealm became a thing, Injustice doesn't sell nearly as well as Mortal Kombat. So in Warner Brothers' mind, I feel like that's another decision that they look at when it comes to, they desperately need successful games right now. So that's another reason I think also that Mortal Kombat is going to be the next game. But none of us know. None of us will know. And that's part of the fun, in my opinion, whenever, we're focusing on the next NetherRealm game. When we don't know something, we could just speculate. And to me, speculating is pretty fun. So, yeah, the leak story, to me, that doesn't move my needle. I'm not going to be talking about that. I'm going to be more talking about, hypothetically, if we do get Injustice 3, which I do still think that it has a big potential. It's either going to be Injustice 3 or Mortal Kombat. But here's what I would change, by the way. I'm going to move this to Starfire, because I fight Starfire here, and I'm like, this is the character that literally ruined Injustice 2 for me. So let's start with gameplay, because I actually feel like the single player stuff for Injustice 2 is actually really good, including the multiverse, the modifiers on the stage, the different moves that you could give your character. The thing that I would change in that regard is I would not have gear stats carry over to online. Like they did it perfectly in MK11, where they had gear stats where you could boost your character's gear stats, but that only applied in single player. I think that was the biggest problem with the gear stats for me in Injustice 2, and it was such a good change from Injustice 2 to MK11 because you could imagine you could use the custom moves without gear stats affecting anything in Injustice 2. You would have so much more variety, which is what happened in MK11 when you had all these moves, and you could take them online and play versus people without, having timeouts because Batman has like 6,000 defense and you're doing like 10% per combo or like 5% per combo. So I would not bring that back. I would not bring gear stats back that affect online gameplay, but they already changed that in MK11, so I don't think they would go back to like Injustice 2. So look at this fucking zoning action, guys. Oh, it's giving me PTSD just looking at it. But I think the customization is really good in Injustice 2. They should keep that. They should add in custom intros and outros the way they did MK11. That would be really cool. It would it brings out more creative juices for the team when they could come up with a multitude of intros and outros. So I would give every character different intros and different outros the way we had in MK11. The customization is already good in this game. I would probably give more skins, I would definitely bring back Premier skins. The Premier skins were awesome. Like you could use non-Batsuit Batman. You could just use Bruce Wayne. You could use Jon Stewart, or you could use Hal Jordan. You could use who else? Cheetah, or you could use Vixen. There you go. I almost forgot the name there. But the Premier skins were awesome, so they should definitely bring that back. I think that would add more variety. But everything set aside, the most important thing is the gameplay. The gameplay needs to change if we get Injustice 3. It cannot be a legacy game because we already had that from Injustice 1 to Injustice 2. And to me, that was like the biggest, oh my God, right here, I remember because I was just pissed. I was like, man, fuck this. I was like gritting my teeth because he's zoning me out. And then Starfire has like one of the best cross-ups in the game with her jump 3. I was already pissed off. Oh, I'm back at full screen. Her trait allows you to shoot that beam no matter what. If she meter burns it, it's a mid. But the gameplay is where Injustice needs to change. I do not want this ever again. I don't want to have to sit full screen, play that walk back game, the cat and mouse game that is Injustice 2 when you're fighting versus someone who all they want to do is zone, all they want to do is backdash, and then they do a special move that keeps them safe. Full screen, giant screen, camera zoomed out all the way. You have to do the cat and mouse chase, stop that walk back. That's the biggest thing that needs to change in this game. I actually feel that the gameplay for MK1, without the cameos, all right, before you guys jump on me, 1v1 without the cameos, because I don't think cameos are ever going to return again anyway. A lot of people just didn't like them. But the MK1 style of gameplay would fit so well with Injustice 3. With the superheroes, with all the superpowers and everything, with the camera being zoomed in as much as it is in Mortal Kombat games, with the screen being so much smaller. Tell me that MK1 air combos and combo potential would not look fucking awesome with all these DC characters, right? Just forget cameos because people just did not like cameos. But just the style of gameplay with the amount of combo potential for MK1 would fit so well with this game. It would shrink the screen a lot because even though the camera zoomed out a little bit more in MK1 compared to MK11, it's still zoomed in quite a bit. You still feel like you're playing, a Mortal Kombat game. So if they make the screen the size that it is in MK1, they zoom in the characters the way it is in MK1, and they give characters the combo potential that they have in MK1, it would actually make the game so much better just with those changes alone. And then after that, they could work on things like the breakaway system. The breakaway system really sucks in this game. The movement, man, the movement is horrible in this game when you're trying to go in on your opponent. There's no dash canceling. You actually have to commit to your full dash before you could press a button. Dash canceling would make this game a lot more fun, because then you're actually able to dash up, crouch, dash up, block, because you guys remember Injustice is hold back to block. So being able to cancel your dash into a crouch, into a button, would help out the movement so much, because the only thing that actually advances you a lot is your dash, but you can't cancel your dash until the animation finishes. And then other than that, you have the meter burn roll, but you spend, what, 2 bars of meter to do the meter burn roll, just so then you could get hit by the projectile when you land right in front of your opponent, because you can't really move until you finish the roll animation. I think those 2 mechanics need to get changed, need to go. The breakaway needs to go. I don't know why they brought it back in MK11. I hated it there too. I think everyone hates the breakaway. They could keep the clashes, that's totally fine, but have the characters, reset to neutral a little bit closer to each other, and that would help out a lot. Well, if the screen is like the size of a Mortal Kombat 1, for example, or just shrink the screen by like half, it doesn't matter where they get reset. It'll just get reset back to neutral. But look at this. I just gave up right there. What the hell am I going to do? There's no way that I was going to come back versus Starfire in that situation. So I think I just take my L and leave. Oh, actually, this is a player match, so I just take my L and leave right there. But anyway, if there was an Injustice 3, the gameplay needs to completely get revamped. I do not want a legacy style game as in Injustice 3. The only way I could see it being very, very, very successful is, first of all, they have to bring it with a roster. They have to have a lot of characters, and they have to have a lot of fan favorite characters. They have to keep the customization, because that was one of the best things about Injustice 2. Obviously, the story mode, no one could tell if it's going to be good or bad. Obviously, we want it to be good, right? But to be completely honest, the thing that's going to affect the game in the long run, when it comes to longevity and how much people end up loving this game in the long run, is going to be the gameplay and the roster. So I really hope that if we do get Injustice 3, the gameplay gets revamped completely to make it more balanced. It doesn't even have to be focused on combos. It doesn't. Just reduce the emphasis on the zoning and balance the game out more with more strike throw, more combos, more, just balance everything instead of being a heavy emphasis on walk back, cat and mouse game zoning. Because Injustice 2 is actually really fun when you have 2 characters sort of battling at it and they're trying to fight for position. You're getting whiff punish, you're whiff punishing your opponent, you're doing wall bounce combos and all that. It gets really fun, but when you fight versus a character like Starfire, which you guys saw, man, this game is an absolute nightmare. So that's what I would want for an Injustice 3. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys want it to be a legacy game? Maybe there's some people who want to be a legacy game. By legacy, I mean having it have the same combo, same mechanic as the previous Injustice games. Because Batman, Superman, all these characters, literally the same moves. Forward 2-3, breath, forward 2-3, breath for Superman all day. This is the same as Injustice 1. Would you want that again in an Injustice 3? I have a feeling most people want a revamp of the gameplay for an Injustice 3. But anyway, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you guys next time.